All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this late night show. Sorry, something got stuck here. I guess some lint fell from the sky, or some debris, some dust. Okay, there we go, dust. Welcome everyone. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here late night on Coach Eli 2 authentic live streams. I'm at a loss for words already. I'm like already all over the place before I even start this show because I've got a lot on my mind and I'm going to just put it out there. I'm going to try to help as many people as possible because it's just the same old thing, year after year after year with different people, different characters, different underhanded, backhanded, manipulative tactics behind the scenes. There's just so much stuff going on. I don't want to swear at the beginning of the video because you can get demonetized for that. It's okay to swear occasionally throughout your streams or videos, but not at the beginning. But there's so much effery. You know the F word? Effery. Right? I think you all know what that is going on. And it's just for one thing. It just boils down to one thing. And we're going to get to that in just a few here. But before we get to that, let me first of all make sure, as always, that everything is rolling smoothly. Let me check out the back end of YouTube. And it looks like it's rolling well. We have 6 people here already. Thank you so much for being here. And let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. It looks like it has. And let me do a sound check. There's different underhanded, backhanded, manipulative tactics behind the scenes. There's just so much stuff going on. Yep. I don't want to scream. Just as a reminder, as always, on these in-studio streams, there is a 1-minute delay between what I say and what goes out. So if you chat in the chat, just give me some time to respond to you. I will be selectively responding to comments as always. I'm not looking to stir up the pot with anyone. I'm just going to call things as I see it. It just, I'll tell you this. It just really, really, really bugs me that some people on YouTube feel like they can talk about you, but if you talk about them, it's, not okay, especially if they mention you. You should be able to talk about them and address the situation, but it is what it is. Not everyone plays fair, and everyone has different agendas, and everyone's trying to reach success in different ways. And I've been talking about this for years, and it still continues to happen throughout one community. It all boils down to one community continuing to do the same things just to have content to present on the front lines and incite donations to their audience that loves this type of, cringy, hateful, abusive type of content. I'm also going to talk about why Don and I canceled our members-only live stream 2 days in a row. It is being rescheduled. I'm going to share more about that here in just a second. We have 15 people here. Thank you so much for being here. So, yeah, lots to talk about. We're going to clear the air. We're going to be open and honest. I'm going to be open and honest with you folks as always. And obviously, when you call things out and other people on YouTube are playing games to create fake instigated drama content, to have something to present on their channel, or their channels, to also have something to incite donations with, when you call those people out, what they do is try to discredit you by making things up or exaggerating certain things, taking things out of context. So that way, it creates a distraction from what they're actually doing. So don't buy that. Don't buy that. And I think many people that have been a part of my community and have found out about me through these other communities I'll be discussing. Obviously, this involves the Legion, the Lycan Legion, however you want to call it. This involves Jamie's group of people It involves the type of content he continues to create. It involves many people that are connected with the Legion behind the scenes through Discords and Facebook Messenger and other communication platforms, other digital communication platforms. And I'm going to also share with you folks tonight that if you are communicating with this group of people or any other group of people behind the scenes from YouTube, you want to be really careful with, what you say to these people and how much you trust them with certain things, because all of that can and will be used against you for content to try to make you look bad. So that way, it entertains Jamie's audience or any other creators that create this type of content, entertains their audience, and then they can incite and make donations at your expense. And that's what I'm trying to present out here. I'm trying to let you folks know, whether you love me or hate me, or you're in the middle, or, whatever. It doesn't matter if you love me or hate me or you're indifferent. What matters is what's happening. And if I can help you prevent from putting yourself into a situation that will exploit you and, make you look bad and money will be made at your expense. If I can prevent that, I'm going to do whatever I can to prevent that. That's why I wanted to do this show here tonight, plus also to update you folks about some other things with Don and I and, members only content and all of that. So the topic of this stream is Amber, Country Joe, Juror Live, and more. Please listen. Plus other updates. One more time. Amber, Country Joe, Juror Live, and more. Please listen. Plus other updates. Now, there are many more creators I wanted to tag into this into the title, but you are limited to 100 characters. And when you tag people in, you have even fewer characters, depending on the length of your YouTube handle. Some other creators that I will be mentioning besides Amber, Country Joe, Juror Live are, Tiffany, Tiff All Day, and Tiff. She has those two channels. Also, Granny's Watching Jessica, who also runs the Watching Lolcows channel. I want to mention these 5 women that I'm talking about here: Country Joe, Juror Live, Amber, Tiffany, and Granny's Watching Jess. Have all previously once been a part of the Legion. And many of them, I guess you can call it, played the role of Jamie's online girlfriend or whatever it was. Played the girlfriend of Jamie online or realistically or pretend or whatever. You played the role of the girlfriend for a certain amount of time, and then things fell apart, and then you became a part of the content, and you're still a part of the content. That's the problem, is you all get away, and then you're still a part of the content because, you're in these Discord groups behind the scenes or Facebook Messenger groups, and you're sending voice messages and screenshots, and you're communicating with all these people, and you don't even realize that many of them are still connected and loyal and faithful to the Legion, and they're turning over all your screenshots to Jamie and other people. And they're using you for content. They're exploiting you. The irony in this is just through the fucking roof. It really is. It absolutely is, right? So you're all being exploited, and you don't even, some of you realize it, some of you don't. Amber, I don't think you realize it. Maybe you do, and maybe you're playing everyone, because apparently Amber has not put out any content for a while. I went on Amber's panel with Country Joe a little over 2 weeks ago, I guess closer to 2.5 to 3 weeks ago. We had a great conversation. And then I believe I went on a panel with Country Joe and Juror Live. And I'll tell you, I think all three of those women are phenomenal. I also think Tiffany is phenomenal as well. And same with Granny's Watching Jess. Okay. I think all of these women are here for the right reasons, and they really don't want any part of this drama. Now, I believe Granny's Watching Jess, knows exactly what's going on. So what I say here tonight is not going to surprise her. I also firmly believe that Country Joe knows exactly what's going on. She's a very smart woman. Don and I love you, Country Joe. Country Joe, you are you are hilarious. We got to do some more content together. Okay? Country Joe, you know what's going on. Juror Live, I believe you know what's going on. Tiffany knows what's going on. But Amber, I think Amber is the newest one, and she's still dealing with the repercussions of the supposed breakup of whatever type of relationship her and Jamie had, right? And so I think Amber is the most vulnerable one, and she's the easiest one, in my opinion, to convince to try to do something that's more so going to backfire on you, Amber, than actually help you. Okay? And I hope I can get through to you tonight, Amber, because I'm hearing through the grapevine that you're supposed to make a statement. You're supposed to do a pre-recorded video or live stream at some point soon, maybe tomorrow or the next day or whenever, and talk about certain things. Okay? And I'm going to tell you this, Amber. I don't know who you're talking with behind the scenes. There are a lot of people from many communities that are on Discord and Facebook Messenger. A lot of people will private message you behind the scenes. And you got to be very careful because, again, a lot of those people, whether you know or not, are connected to the Legion. Some people may say they're not connected to the Legion, but they are. And the bottom line is you have to understand, Amber, that when you're dealing with people that are loyal to Jamie, okay, they don't have your best interest in their head and heart. They don't. Their interest is to get you to talk about things so that way you can basically give Jamie more content to talk about you on his channel and stir up the back and forth and then incite donations from that audience. That's exactly what's going on, Amber. And I really hope somebody, whether you see being tagged in this video, in this live stream, or somebody makes you aware of this, or CJ sees this, or Juror Live sees this, or Tiffany sees this, or Granny's Watching Jess sees this. I hope somebody makes you aware and you come here and at least hear the first part of this stream and understand what's about to happen to you. Now, they can't pull that with Tiffany. They can't pull that with Juror Live. They can't pull that with me. They can't pull that with Country Joe. Okay? They can't pull that with Granny's Watching Jess because we all know the game. We've been a part of the game for years. It's the same old thing. And you're the only one that still hasn't figured out what's going on because you're the newest one of the cast, per se. The cast of the show. You're the newest cast member of the show still, even though you've been a part of it for a year and a half, or whatever. It's been maybe 2 years now. You're the newest one, right? And you're very vulnerable. And I don't blame you for that. I'm not saying that you're not smart. You're a very smart woman. But the deep, manipulative, underhanded tactics these people are going to use to try to get you to say something that you really don't feel like saying, right? If you go through with that, and you don't truly feel good about saying these things, and you're doing it just to maybe get people off your back, you're going to look really bad, and you're going to give them everything they need. You're going to give the Legion all the content in the world, and they're going to exploit you, and they're going to extort money from you. That's what they're going to do. That's the bottom line. Bottom line. I'm coming out here tonight to make a very strong statement to anyone that comes across this video. If you are a YouTuber, okay, especially if you participate on some channels that have a large group behind the scenes, more like a drama type of, group of people, right? Do not, I repeat, do not connect with these people on Discord. Do not connect with them on Facebook. Do not share anything privately with them. Do not communicate with these people behind the scenes. They're going to do whatever they can to love bomb you and make you feel like you're their best friend and that you can trust them. And they do that so you can feel comfortable to just open up and vomit everything about you, which will be used against you in the future as content on Jamie's channel or even other channels throughout Jamie's network of people that he works with. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. 25 people in the box. Thank you so much for being here. It is 5:09 a.m. Eastern, 2:09 a.m. Pacific time here in my neck of the woods. 26 in the box. 4 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Now, I really, really want to calm down. I'm going to take an early break right now because all of a sudden I have to use the restroom. I've been off for 17 minutes. I'm going to take an early break. And I'm going to come back for probably another 45 minutes to an hour and wrap this up. Because I'm going to share with you some stories. You might have heard these in the past. Stories about what Don experienced about a year and a half ago with a similar group of people that stemmed from the Lycan Legion and other groups. All these people have stemmed from the Legion, JB Gunner. If you know who JB Gunner is, they stem from his group, Jamie's group, my group. All these people stem from this same community here, right? And I'm going to tell you what they did to my girlfriend and why she will never trust anyone ever again to talk with them behind the scenes. I want you to hear this story, Amber. If you want to talk with Don behind the scenes on the phone, no problem. I think Don could really help you, and I think you could be a good friend to Don as well, Amber. But I'm going to share the story here. I'm also going to talk about, when I get back, I'm going to talk about, Don and I are going to go live over the next few days. We're going to do it on the spur of the moment. We're not going to plan it. We're not going to put the time on it or date on it. But over the next few days, we're going to go live from the couch publicly. On top of the members only live stream we're going to do coming up this week, the one we were going to do over the past few days. We're going to go live publicly and we're going to discuss this. And she's going to share how she feels because she is livid. There are people out here saying that, Don is, not really livid. She doesn't care. And Eli's using this for clicks. Well, first of all, Don is livid. You'll hear that when we go live publicly. Second of all, we are using you for clicks in the same ways you've been using us for clicks. So we're not trying to hide the fact that we're using you for clicks because you've taken so much from us. We're only going to take back what you've taken from us. But Don and I will be going live over the next few days right here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. publicly. This will be a publicly viewable stream. I'm sure many of the people on the other side will rebroadcast it. We don't care. Rebroadcast us. We've got our own audience. We're going to grow past you. Okay? And you're going to hear what these people did to her. You're going to hear why she's livid. And when I get back, I'll also share why we canceled the show 2 days in a row. Yes, she wasn't feeling well, but it's not what you think. And I'm going to talk about it. And she'll talk about it when we go live. $27 in the box, 5 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. And I'm going to share a lot more about this situation with Amber. Also, I'm going to talk a little more about Juror Live. I have a lot of respect for you, Juror. And you made some community postings that I'm going to not show on the screen here, but I'm going to share my thoughts because I completely understand where you're coming from. And I really want to make it clear to everyone out here that you understand what's going on. It's one big game. It's all fake instigated drama. It's all about people, pinning and pitting you against each other behind the scenes and antagonizing you or leading you to believe that if you do this, everything will get better for you and this person doesn't really like you, so you shouldn't really talk about them. We've got your back, so blah, 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 blah. It's all horse shit, Amber. It's horse shit. All of those women I mentioned, all of them. Amber, Country Joe, Juror Live, Tiffany, and Granny's Watching Jess, all of them are good women. And honestly, I don't feel they have any problems with each other. But when you have people from the Legion behind the scenes, there are a bunch of them that conglomerate through Discords. And they stir up the pot and they start rumors that aren't real. It antagonizes these people to react over nothing. And then it creates them or it gets them to do these videos. Next thing you know, Jamie's got his content for the next 2 weeks to exploit you and make donations off of you. So stick around for that. I'm going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music and take an early break because I really have to use the bathroom. It hit me. I used the bathroom right before I went live, but I've been drinking some coffee. So when you drink coffee, sometimes you got to go twice in an hour to completely clear out the pipes, right? All right. Give me a second here. All right. Almost set. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for maybe a 5, 6, 7 minute break or so. And when we return, we're going to keep going for another 45 minutes to an hour and share as much as possible. Hopefully we can save as many people as possible. So stick around. We'll be right right, we are back. We are back live, and we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on Coach Eli. 2 authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it raw and real, and we've just got to call things as we see them. We've got to take out the trash. We've got to help people and protect people from the evil that other people do. And these people, I don't even know if I can say they're truly evil in real life, but what they do out here on YouTube is evil. And it's just not, quite honestly, it is one of the crappiest business models I've ever seen. Even if it's been somewhat profitable and it's made people money, it is really, really a crappy way to live your life and make money this way. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. I'm totally against it, and I'm going to stand up for people that are being exploited by it and extorted from because of it. That is the truth of the matter, okay? Now, while I was on break, we had a couple trolls come in here, and I got to tell you this. Here's the thing. First of all, you have no right to talk about other people's issues or what you think they are. You have no right to accuse people of being alcoholics when you yourselves are worse alcoholics. Just like on the birthday stream with Jamie yesterday on his channel. He was belligerently drunk, and so was Adventure AZ Dana. And so if you all are going to sit there and drink and do dumb shit, and you're going to be, belligerently drunk, you have no right to speak on anyone else. And we're going to discredit you just like that. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Jason, how you doing? Howdy, everyone. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome to the show. There's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. 25 in the box, 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. I'm just going to check something out here real quick. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and continue here. The first thing I want to talk about, for those of you that weren't aware of this, that happened about a year and a half ago or so. Okay. I've been with Don for 2.5 years. And after 6 months of being together, we decided to start doing some live streams together, and she came on anonymously and audio only without showing video. And we got a lot of views, a lot of watch time. This was actually this was about I'd say about a year and a half ago or so, about 2 years ago. And very quickly, in about 3 to 4 months, like 3.5 months, we got enough watch time. We already had the subs. We got enough watch time to the point of where we got Coach Eli 2 monetized here. My main channel, Coach Eli Elias Melas, was already monetized. It's been monetized for well over 4 years. This one has been monetized now for almost 2 years, like a year and a half, a little more than a year and a half or so. And everybody knew that Don was going to be moving in with me. And it wasn't that we were not trying to put Don out there. We knew that people were going to be able to figure out who Don was. Because obviously, when you move in with your man, all they have to do is run a background check on your man, find out where he lives. Her address is now associated with me, so now you can find out who she is. So we already knew that. And people were like, oh, we know who Don is. We're going to find out who Don is. Oh, we know who. Well, so what? She was going to come out publicly anyway. But they made a big deal out of it for cringy, drama content, right? Dawn shared her incredible transformation story. She's been through a lot, and she's still going through a lot. We all go through a lot. But she experienced so much in life, and she came out here and allowed herself to be vulnerable, and she shared her story. I can't say the same thing about many other people that are out here talking about us, especially these drama creators, right? Yeah, Jason, I'm not interested in addressing that. Jason, let me let you know that I do not work through third parties. And if people are not here or you're not seeing them anymore, there's a reason for it. I have no ill intentions for anyone. I'm just not interested in working with certain people anymore. I wish them all the best. Don and I are very, very laser focused on what we feel it's going to take to move our channels forward and our business forward. So, no disrespect to any people that are no longer around. We made some changes. We removed some moderators. We disassociated ourselves from certain people. It's not that we don't like these people. It's the fact that we're too far apart on what we're trying to accomplish out here. And we're laser focused. And we want to work with people that we can leverage and they can leverage us. We want to work with people that have a new audience, and we can share our good audience with them, and together we can grow exponentially together. People that we're no longer working with, there's nothing left to leverage. It's all the same Coach Eli hate audience. So it's not worth our time to participate with those people anymore. Again, no disrespect to those people. Now, if these people decided to, create some more real content and build an audience of new people outside of the drama people and the Coach Eli haters, then we might be willing to revisit it down the road. But at this point, we're not interested. So I hope that makes sense, brother. Anti-Lycan Legion is back. Hey, Eli, good morning. Good morning to you as well, Anti-Lycan Legion. 33 in the box, 7 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Okay? So we ended up making Dawn's public debut. We knew people were going to find out who she was. We really don't care. These people made a big deal out of nothing. They made a big deal out of it because that's what they do. And when you have an audience, when these people have built an audience of Coach Eli haters over the year, and that's their primary audience, in order to keep getting the views and the donations, they have to keep feeding that audience new stuff. And that was the big thing back then. We know who Eli's girlfriend is, and we're going to expose her, right? Jason, no offense intended. It's your show and your choice. She's a friend, but that's a separate... Exactly. I mean, look, bro, you're going to be friends with certain people, and I'm not saying I'm not friends with her or anyone else. I'm just not interested in working with certain people. It's not feasible for me. And Dawn, it's not. Okay? Good morning, Schwemmeriffy. We're also going to talk about why Dawn and I, canceled the members only show in a little bit here. And it's been rescheduled. And then we're also going to do a public live stream very soon. We'll share more about that. I kind of touched up a little bit about that in the first part of the show, but we're going to go into more detail in a bit here. But so Dawn started to do actual streams with myself, and then there was a group of people. Okay, we're not going to. People know who it is, but we don't have to mention names. It was this coach guy and his girlfriend who became his wife, and this other coach guy, right? And him and I had issues over the years. He kept coming back and forth into my community and being able to chat in my live streams and then being banned back and forth. But we let him back in. We also let him into our behind the scenes group that we had at that point. We used to have a Coach Eli moderator group chat on Facebook where you can also send, voice messages, also known as voice notes, right? And what ended up happening is that this coach guy's, girlfriend or wife personally was messaging my girlfriend, Dawn, and was asking very personal questions. And Dawn was new back then. I warned Dawn, do not give them any information because they're going to use it against us. And initially, Dawn was thinking, I want to meet some new people. Why are you telling me what to do? I mean, she questioned me, rightfully so. But this coach guy and his wife, they preyed on the fact that Dawn was new and that, they were telling Dawn, hey, you know what? If I don't allow Dawn to speak to whoever she wants to, then I'm taking advantage of her or abusing her. No, the point of the matter is they were trying to get information from her. And I was trying to warn her because I'd already been through this many times over the past years, right? In the same ways like they're trying to do to Amber right now, these similar people, not the exact same people, but same group of people, right? They're trying to do this to Amber behind the scenes, right? They were doing that to Dawn, right? And Dawn had connected with a few people behind the scenes, and she was talking with them regularly, and she really felt like, she made some new friends out here, people to chat with, and people that, possibly we can make some content with, right? Jason says, it's funny to hear Susie and her subs talking about Dawn when most of them have health issues of their own. Yeah, Susie's got worse issues than Dawn. Like, I don't listen. That's why I've removed myself from all these people. It's the same audience. They all share the same audience, Jason. There's nothing to leverage. Same thing with the other woman you were talking about. Same thing with Susie. Same thing with Jamie. Same thing with anyone in this group of people. It's the same people that go from channel to channel to channel to channel to channel, regurgitating the same shit. There's nothing to leverage. The only person that wins is Jamie and maybe a few other creators that work closely with them that do rebroadcasts or do this type of content. Everyone else loses. There's no point for anyone to work with these people because there's nothing beneficial for you that you're going to get from it. Hey, Patty, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to be explaining more about the members-only live streams and all that. It's coming up in just a little bit here. Jason says, hey, Patty, 40 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. 5:37 a.m. Eastern, 2:37 a.m. Pacific time here in my neck of the woods, the San Francisco Bay Area. So basically, this guy and his wife that were a part of our group behind the scenes were love bombing Dawn, and then Dawn told them some things. I really wish she didn't. Now, it doesn't matter because we've gone public on all that. We were going to go public on it anyway. But Dawn told them some things, and then, Dawn had a falling out with some other people she got close with, from behind the scenes in the Coach Eli moderator group chat. And basically, a lot of these people, they were taking advantage of Dawn. They were using Dawn for information, or they were using Dawn, as like a therapist and stuff. And like Dawn was on the phone and messaging with these people all day, every day. And it was really becoming excessive. Dawn can talk to whoever she wants to talk about. Dawn can talk to whoever she wants to talk to, which is what I'm trying to say. But these people were not there to truly support Dawn or be her friend. They were there to try to find out information about me, or they were trying to use her as a therapist for whatever reason. We're not going to get into that. Eventually, Dawn ended up blocking these people, and some of these other people, they ended up, blocking Dawn and removing themselves from Dawn because they were unhappy that Dawn wasn't standing up to me about, allowing some of these people to talk with her whenever they felt like it. Excuse me. This is my house, right? This is my house with Dawn. She's my lady. I'm her man. And you have no right to dictate, how her and I handle people that we're dealing with behind the scenes on YouTube. You have no right. And that's not me trying to be controlling to Dawn. That's me protecting Dawn from your bullshit, because all you folks wanted to do was find out stuff so you can try to make content off of our name and grow off of us, right? Right? Or, basically use us as therapists for free, which we're not here. Look, we give a lot of our stuff away for free, and we love helping people beyond the money, but we're a business. We're not going to sit there and let someone consume 6 to 8 to 10 hours each day of our time, for free. As a therapist, we're not going to do that. And once Dawn understood that, Dawn parted ways. But then what happened after that? These people started to blast everything out. A lot of things that Dawn shared, with them privately, right? And a lot of the things they took way out of context, obviously. A lot of the things they put out there were not true. They exaggerated certain things. Some things were not true. Other things were somewhat true. Okay? But these people, what kind of grown-ass adults behave this way? What kind of grown-ass adults try to connect with the girlfriend of a YouTuber to seek out information and then blast it all over YouTube? It's people that are seriously jealous of who Dawn is and who I are, and who I am. Sorry, they're jealous of who Dawn is and who I am. Sorry for the improper English here. My fault. My apologies. Okay. Now, all of this happened a little over a year ago. And at that point, Dawn was saying, I just can't trust anyone anymore. I don't blame you. And that's why Dawn and I no longer connect with anyone behind the scenes, at least on Facebook Messenger. We will email certain people, and we're very careful with what we say. Now, we do talk with certain good people, like, Patty and I will talk every now and then, and we have some other people that we trust. But for the most part, we don't run a Discord. I used to run a Discord. I dissolved that years ago because Discord is nothing but drama that people, think is private but isn't. You put your stuff in Discord and someone's going to blast it on a YouTube channel, right? Okay. And, we still do have the Coach Eli moderator group channel on Facebook, but there's only a few people in there that have been very loyal and trustworthy for years. So we're very, very careful and cautious with who we get close to, especially people from this drama legion group that all they want to do is take everything we put behind the scenes and put it out there as public content. What kind of human beings are these people that do that? What kind of human beings are you? You're not good people, and you're going to rot in fucking hell if you continue to do this type of underhanded stuff just because you have an audience of people that enjoys this type of content. And then these people that do this underhanded crap, they know it's wrong, and then people call them out on it, and then they get mad at the people that are calling them out? What the hell do you expect? What do you expect? Can't blame her for that. Absolutely, absolutely not, Patty. Absolutely not. And at that point, that's when Dawn told me, she goes, I should have listened to you. I'm never not going to listen to you again. And I'm like, baby, you were not intentionally trying to not listen to me. You just wanted to make some new friends, and you have the right to do that. And you didn't know. I tried to tell you because I'd already been through the same crap years ago. I knew what they were doing to you, but you had to see it for yourself. Everyone has to go through it themselves one time to realize it. And I'm sure Amber, who's about to go through it again, if she puts out a video in the next day or so or live stream and does exactly what these people of the Legion have told her to do based on the stuff that they've stirred up behind the scenes, they've like pinned and pitted all these women against each other. If she comes out and does that, I'm telling you, Amber, they're going to use you for content. And you're not going to be able to you can walk away from it any time, but it's going to be harder for you to get out of this. I'm coming here going to bat for you. Don's going to bat for you. Patty, you know what's going on. Patty's going to bat for you. Country Joe's going to bat for you. Juror Live's going to bat for you. Like, this whole pot has been stirred up behind the scenes by some people of the Legion that run these discords and groups, and they do it because it's content that goes back to Jamie's channel and then he puts it on the big screen and incites donations at your expense. Do you not understand that? I mean, how can you not understand that? I've been saying this for years. I've been saying this over and over again. And I'm truly trying to do the right thing here for these women, but they're just not listening, right? They were preying on vulnerabilities, right? They prey on your vulnerabilities. And see, they don't like the fact that I'm saying this because this is what their game is. It exposes their game. If they want to keep playing their game, whatever, right? But if they're going to play their game on innocent people that I know are a part of that game, that don't deserve what they're about to get, I'm going to call it out, try to protect them. That's all I'm going to do. There's nothing wrong with that. They like to troll other creators to divert the focus from their sad, pathetic lives. Well, that's true too. But again, all this stuff, there are people behind the scenes. Like, there's, in my opinion, from what I've seen, like, there's nothing wrong between Amber, Country Joe, Juror Live, Granny's Watching Jess, and Tiff. And here's the thing. I'm going to go to bat for you, Tiffany. Here's the thing. These people have been trash talking you, right? Tiffany, I think you're one of the smartest women out of all these women. Now, I'm not trying to discredit the rest of the women. They're all good, decent women. But Tiffany, you're very smart. I respect you. I don't care what you've done in the past. They call you on the Sandy Hook stuff. You have the right to share your opinions. Just like I shared my opinions about Gabby Petito and that whole thing. You have the right to share your opinions. I'm not going to attack you for that. I'm not going to discredit you for that. You're entitled to your opinions. And these people take things way too far. I think Tiffany's one of the smartest ones, and she knows exactly what's going on. And she's not allowing these people to suck her back in. Same thing with Country Joe. She's gone through this back and forth with the Legion a few times, and she's not getting sucked back in. Same with Juror Live. She's not getting sucked back in. And Granny's Watching Jess has an RO on James, so she's definitely not getting sucked back in. The only person they have left to try to suck back in to create more content at your expense and exploit you and extort from you is you, Amber. And you've got to listen to us because we care about you. You're a good person. You don't need this. And you don't want to give them this. You are being set up for the big screen. That's all. You're being set up for content. That's all it boils down to. They're not going to attack you in real life. What they want to do is set up their next 2 to 4 weeks of content of back and forth that the audience wants to see and pay donations to Jamie for. That's it. That's all it boils down to. Why are people not seeing that? Correct, Patty. Correct me if I'm wrong, Patty. Correct me if I'm wrong. Patty says, it tears me apart what is happening to Amber, especially tonight, trying to alienate her from all her friends. I don't know. Do you know more about what's going on? Because there's very little that's been said online, and I've been scraping around. I've been hearing about it, I've been hearing about it here and there. But a lot of this stuff is happening behind the scenes through private messages, Discords. There are many Discords through many different members within the Legion. There was a time where I had access to some of the Discords. There's a few I still have access to, but the ones I have access to, I'm not seeing any information there. Amber and Tiff were given a raw deal for no good reason when Jamie booted them out and mass trolled them. Well, listen to me. There's no deals with the Legion. Let me just make this very clear. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate Jamie. I don't hate anybody on the Legion. I don't hate anyone from the Legion. What I've learned is their deals are bullshit. Their peace agreements are bullshit. Their peace agreements are to get you to stop talking about them, but they can keep talking about you. Right? So the peace agreement is crap. It's all part of the fake instigated drama. So they make a peace agreement with you. You keep your end of the deal. Then they trash talk you. Then you start calling them out for trash talking you and breaking the agreement. And guess what? The back and forth is there. So you folks have to understand these are antagonistic people that want to keep the pot stirred up for their content. That's all it boils down to. And all you have to do is walk away. If you ladies want to talk about this, we can go on your panels, Amber, CJ, you can come on mine. Juror, we can go on yours. We can talk about this and raise more awareness and do it in a respectful way. We don't need to attack these people. Just call out the truth. That's all it boils down to. Yeah, well, Patty, I don't want to talk about her because, I'm trying to keep her away from getting upset because I just don't want to talk about Drama Unleashed. I don't. Okay? And there are more people besides her that are stirring up the pot. Okay? Let me say this. There's no right or wrong way I can say this because, yes, I will say this. Drama Unleashed, I heard your stream you put out tonight. You mentioned my name. And look, if you're going to rebroadcast my stuff, you're going to do it whether I respond or not. I'm not here to attack you, Drama Unleashed. I'm not here to say anything besides what's going on. It's fake instigated drama. That's all it is. It's fake instigated drama. A lot of stuff happens behind the scenes to create the next setup of what's going to be happening on the stage for Jamie to make donations off of. That's all it boils down to. Nothing less, nothing more. And look, here's the thing, Drama Unleashed. You've even told me many times. You've told me many times when I used to come on Jamie's panels with you, it's clocking in and clocking out. You've said it, clocking in, clocking out. So I get it. Here's the thing, Patty. She's clocking in and clocking out. Okay, she works with Jamie, for Jamie. They've been a team for the longest time. Okay, whatever. Do what you got to do. Be friends with who you want to be friends with. Okay? And all I'm saying, I'm just responding to what you said, and I'm being respectful. But this is the thing. This is the thing. What she does and Jamie does is they're just setting up the next piece of content. That's it. They take things out of context to get reactions, and then people, when they react, then it goes on the big stage. That's all. That's all it is. Drama Unleashed. That's all it is. You know it. Jamie knows it. I know it. It's not a big deal. I'm not attacking you. I don't hate you. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't even really think Jamie's a bad person at the end of the day. But the stuff that you folks do, it really does hurt people. It does hurt people. You both have to ask yourselves, if people were doing the same things to you that you're doing to them to set up content for the future, for the Legion, would you like it? No. Trust me, nothing is set up at all. There are no plans. I have been there. No, dude, it's fake instigated drama. Maybe you're a female. I don't know. It's fake instigated drama for clicks and donations. You have to create controversy and conflict to have, if you're going to keep a drama audience active and donating, you have to keep it extremely interesting. And that's all that's going on. I am allowing your messages. Why are you saying I'm not allowing? There are block words. There are block words. And out of respect for some people that don't want their full names out here, I've blocked all that. So you cannot even, if you want to say something, try to figure out a different way to say it. There are block words here. Well, that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Well, yeah, do I like what they do? No. Do I like what they do? No, but they enjoy doing it. All I'm saying is you folks have the right to participate or not. When it comes to Amber and other people, all they have to do is say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in doing this. Okay? Look, here's the thing. If Jamie and other people behind the scenes want to reach out to people and try to create content or try to set something up for future content, it's their right to do that. It's also your right to say, I'm not interested. Now, are a lot of these people, between Jamie and others, are a lot of them very, very convincing? They're very convincing. They're very good. But you still have the opportunity and right to say no. Here's the thing, Patty, I don't think they're trying to hurt people deliberately. They're trying to create fake instigated drama content. And if people fall for it, I hate to admit it, I've fallen for it many times in the past until I learned what it was about. And guess what? You know who taught me about this was Drama Unleashed. She's the one that taught me what this was all about. And I got to give you credit for that, Drama Unleashed. I got to give you credit for that because you're the one that told me about clocking in, clocking out. You're the one that told me, about, how it works. Clocking in, clocking out. That's it. Give me a second here. $44 in the box. 11 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. Patty, I understand where you're coming from. It's been the same thing for the last 6 years. It comes in a cycle every single year. It comes in a cycle. And then, I ignore these people for the longest time. And then they continue to rebroadcast my stuff to keep talking about me. They've done the same things to me, suck me back in, right? I understand that anti-liking legion. There is some truth to that. Okay. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I think more of the issue when it comes with Jamie is that I don't think he feels he has the confidence to create some real non-hateful content and make it profitable. I think he's more than capable. I think he's an intelligent guy. I think he has the capabilities. But for some reason, he continues to enjoy this fake instigated, drama content of just, belittling people and just, just doing just the most violent, crazy things. Even if it's just clocking in and clocking out, right? I really wish that the entire Legion would change their format. I really wish that they would start to create some more positive content. I think they're more than capable of doing it. They're just choosing not to. They're thinking that they're going to lose their entire audience and they're not going to make any more money. I think you all could make a lot more money, doing it the right way. That's all. Like, honestly, Anti-Liking Legion, I'm tired of this. It's the same old stuff. I've been a part of it. I've been a victim of it, right? But also, I'll tell you honestly, I've worked with some of these people from the Legion in the past, and they're very smart, educated, and they know how to do things the right way. They're more than capable of doing things the right way. I just don't understand why they continue going down this route and then trying to continue to bring vulnerable people into it, right? Welcome to sponsor $4.99, Swimmer Iffy. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. Thank you. I'll share more about the members-only stream in just a few. 47 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. Let me make this very clear. Okay? I'm going to make this very, very clear. Because people are going to try to pretend attack me or whatever, right? I don't care. It's all good. If they want to use me for fake instigated drama, content, and views and whatever, go ahead. It's all good. I don't care anymore. Okay? But I want to make it very clear. I am not attacking anyone here. I'm not attacking Jamie. I'm not attacking Drama Unleashed. I'm not attacking anyone from the Legion. I'm just stating what I'm seeing. And this is just utter chaos on YouTube that's affecting many normal communities from being able to function properly with their normal content. There's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out, so you're probably going to be hearing me thank you in a second. Schwemmer, thank you so much for that. There will be a members-only live stream in a few days. I'm going to share more about that. I'm going to share why Don and I canceled the live streams, the members-only live streams for the last few days. And then also mention, Don and I will be going live publicly as well to discuss how livid she is about, what these people are saying about her. And, and a lot of it's coming from this same group, the Legion group. It's the same group of people. It's just really, really sad. It's just really, really sad. 48 in the box, 11 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. We're at 1 hour and 10 minutes. I'm probably going to take another break in a second here to rest my voice. And then come back and talk about what happened on those members-only live streams or why they were canceled and yada, yada, yada. But I want to make it very clear. I'm not attacking anyone, and they know that. Here's the thing. Drama Unleash, I'm not attacking you. Jamie, I'm not attacking you. It's fake instigated drama. You're going to have to respond to me in a way and say, oh, Eli talked about me, so I got to talk about him, and I'm going to rebroadcast him. Okay, that's fine. Then do it. It's all good. Like, I'm cool with it. I just don't care anymore. It's all good. I don't think you people, at the end of the day, are bad people at a core. But that's how the content you create makes you appear. But I'm just really tired of being taken out of context, and so are many other people. And that's what Jamie does and other people, in the Legion do. Jenny Sandler, how you doing? Highland chat, welcome. Welcome, Jenny. Patty, I just learned by when I get bit by a snake, I don't hang around a snake pit to get bit. I understand that, Patty. I don't blame you for it. And that's why they have people coming in and out like a revolving door, because their content is basically getting people to react. So that way there's content to put on the big stage to incite donations. That's it. That's all it boils down to. It's basically catering their content to what their audience wants. If I'm gonna blame anyone, it's their audience, because without the audience donating, they wouldn't be doing this. So you have to also look at the audience. What kind of people are donating this type of content? They're enabling this to keep happening, right? It's okay. Make fun of me. Put a rainbow toy in my mouth. Call me the CUCKOLD, right? Rebroadcast me. Rebroadcast our members-only streams. It's fine. Dawn and I are going to talk about it publicly in a few days, within a few days or less. I'll share more about that when I come back from the next break. It's cool. I'm just coming out here saying, hey, this is my opinions on what you folks are doing. This is the type of content you're creating. I'm not attacking you or anything. I'm just stating what I know. And you guys have told me this. So I'm only repeating what you guys have said in the past. All you folks have to do is ignore them. Anyone can reach out to you via private message or direct message on social media or by email. Anyone can do that, right? It's up to you if you want to respond or not. If you're a part of a group behind the scenes, anyone can communicate with you, and anything you put publicly in that group, like a Discord, is a free-for-all. So if you're in those groups and you're putting your personal stuff out there, it's your fault if they blast it everywhere. It's your fault. I'm not going to even blame Jamie or Drama Unleashed for that. I'm not. It's your fault for putting the stuff out there. It's your fault for being a part of that group. If you don't want that to happen to you, then don't participate in groups like that. How difficult is that to understand? I just don't understand that. That's why I'm saying, look, I understand all sides. And I'm not condoning what they're doing over there, but you also have the right to not respond or participate. Why are you still responding and participating? Good morning, says Jenny Sandler. Oh, man. Yeah, Amber, honestly, I'm not telling you who to trust and not to trust, or who to be friends with and who to not be friends with. But I'm just letting you know. More than likely, if you've been asked by members of the Legion to do certain videos and say certain things, more than likely you're being used for content. That's what it boils down to. If you're being pinned and pitted against other people behind the scenes that you were friends with before people reached out to you and tried to tell you that this person said this and that person said that, and then it becomes a he said, she said, if you believe that, then you're creating your own demise. You have no one to blame but yourself, Amber. If you're allowing people to toy with you in this way, even for content, then Amber, it's your fault. And I support you, Amber, but I'm just saying, if you go through with anything with this group, it's going to come with repercussions. And at that point, people are going to start to laugh at you, especially since you've been warned by many people. You're being warned. I'm coming on my platform. I have one of the bigger platforms here, and I'm coming out here trying to get through to you and say, don't do it. If you want to do it, just understand what's going to happen, more than likely. I can't predict the future, but I've heard something from Coach Corey Way that makes a lot of sense. Okay? Current events form future trends. Current events form future trends. So if you look at the history of what the Legion does, it's the same thing. Lather, rinse, repeat. It's the same thing. They communicate with you behind the scenes. They pin and pitch you against each other. They get you to say things. Then it starts the controversy and the conflict. And then Jamie talks about it on his show. Then you respond. Then it's a back and forth, rebroadcasting each other's streams, trash talking each other. And then he gets all the donations and you get nothing, Amber. It really sounds like a lot of people involved respect you don't let yourself beat down. I've been through this, and so has Don. And there's still these people still try to use us for content, and they will do it every now and then, but it doesn't bother Don and I, and we don't intentionally feed into it. What I don't like is new fake instigated drama trying to be created at someone else's expense. That's all. I don't like that. It's not cool. That's it. That's all. That's my only issue. Besides that, I have no problems with anyone. I'm not coming at anyone. I'm just saying, like I just don't understand. Does it feel good to be able to convince or manipulate people to do certain things so they behave a certain altered way on YouTube, so that way you can call them out on a live stream and incite donations and make donations from your audience? Like honestly, that does not make me feel like a good human being. I don't feel good about that. I just don't enjoy that, but some people do. I was going to go over some Juror posts. Well, let me just read a few of them real quick here. 12 hours ago, Juror, I guess, shared a screenshot. I don't know who screenshot. I don't know where this came from. It says, I have a feeling Juror and CJ will have their asses handed to them today. Stay tuned. Really? I was on a panel with Juror and CJ a few weeks ago, and it was a great panel. How are they going to have their asses handed to them? Who's going to hand them their ass? This is just like antagonistic postings to get people to react, to create content from conflict and have more controversy. Like, that's all it is. And everyone's I'm not getting triggered. I'm passionate. I'm calling it out because I've dealt with this for 6 years. Same people, right? So all I'm saying is that if you folks read between the lines and understand what's happening and just ignore it, nothing will happen. They'll have no content. If you don't react, there's no content. Now, you might say the same thing about me, but I don't care. I'm reacting by trying to protect you folks. I'm reacting and saying this is what's going on. I'm not upset. Like, yeah, they still do things to me, but I'm not even talking about that. I don't care. I can ignore all that. I'm talking about the concept of what they're doing and how I see it affect you folks, and how you can stop it. If you want it to stop, just don't involve yourself with these people, right? Or just say, hey, look, I want to be your friend, but I'm not interested in doing what you want me to do. I'm not interested in that. I'm not. And if they keep trying to say, well, come on, this would be a little bit of fun. No, I'm not interested. Hold your guns. Because people are going to try to convince you. When you say no, it's an old sales technique. Okay, you got to get like 3 or 4 no's before it's a solid no. Everyone knows that's done sales. I've done sales. I was an insurance salesperson, right? The first no doesn't mean no usually, right? Okay. People are going to try to convince you, right? And if you don't want to get involved, you've got to say no, 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 no. I'm not interested. Hey, I want no issues. Hey, you know what? I'm cool with you. I'm just not open to doing that. This is not who I am. Stand your ground. That's all you have to do. $12 thumbs up. Please smash a thumbs up. Please share this out. 47 in the box. And then there's Wyoming 307. Juror says, you okay, love? I wasn't even aware you had an issue with CJ or myself. There is no issue. People behind the scenes in the groups you're involved with are trying to pin and pitch you against each other. There's no issue here. as I pay you very little attention. You seem to have a lot to say. I don't defend Amber, ? Says the person who is now in chats with the people that have dragged her for 6 months. I don't know who they're talking about. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. But it's somebody from the Legion or people from the Legion. It's all just trying to antagonize controversial, conflict content for Jamie to make money off of. That's it. You call that a friend? She's a grown woman. And I was never involved in all this behind the scenes group chats that always end up in fuckery. Right. That's all it is. Like, these are just average everyday people. And all they're doing is like just, stirring up the pot and getting reactions and using that as their content. That's all it boils down to. You folks are like a cesspool of cast members. You're a cesspool of cast members. That's all it is. And basically, you've got a casting director or 2 or 3 going around behind the scenes and basically seeing who's worthy of being on the cast of Jamie's show. That's all it boils down to. And I won't be stuck in the middle either. Support who you want and mind your business on who I support. And yes, Granny is my friend, and that's none of your business either. Of course. Yeah. Now keep it moving and we can ignore each other, which suits me just fine. Mama always says, don't F with crazy. Well, the bottom line is you try to ignore these people and they keep poking the bear. That's what Jamie does. You ignore. They keep poking the bear. And then at some point, you've got to respond because it's basically polluting the YouTube airwaves. Like, you almost have no option but to respond at some point. Because if they keep poking, you can ignore them I've ignored them for 6 months and they kept poking. And eventually or at some point I had to jump in because it was creating issues with my own audience and other people that wanted to join here. So I've had to tackle this head on. And that's why I continue to tackle it head on. Patty says that live done tonight was to stir Amber supporters up. What live are you talking about? Do you have a link to that, Patty? If you have a link to that live, can you please email me that link? Or if you want to post it in the chat, please email it to me and post it in the chat if you'd like. Is it still publicly available? Because I'm just curious to see what's going on. If I can see what is going on, I'm not close with these groups, and I'm not as involved as you folks are. I don't really want to be involved. But I know these people are going through the same thing that I've been going through. And I feel some responsibility to help them based on what I know. I'm not going to read any comments there. There are a lot of comments. 71 comments on Juror Elias posting I just read. Well, I'll read one. The occasionally good Ann. I don't understand Wyoming at all. They dragged her so bad over there and made fun of her brain injury, but let's apologize to them and then cry about Lycan Legion getting his gun taken. Right. And I think they convinced her. She says she's not back in the Legion, but Patty, you may know this. Like, she wished Jamie a happy birthday is what I heard. Like, honestly, like, how can you allow people to belittle you and use you for content and make money at your expense, and then you apologize? Like there's nothing to apologize for. But that's what happens when these people end up leaving. Like, members from the Legion go and hunt you down and then say, hey, you know what? Let's make peace. And so then you make peace and it just starts up the same thing all over again. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to read any more of this, but I'm just reading all of this. And the bottom line is some people are such good shit disturbers and shit stirrers behind the scenes that they get all these people to go crazy with the response. And then guess what? The shit stirrers and shit disturbers, they're laughing. And quite frankly, I almost don't blame them for laughing, because why allow them to play you? They're playing you. Why allow them to play you? If you allow people to play you, then it's your fault, right? It's not their fault. It's your fault if you allow them to play you. I'm coming out here telling you folks, don't let them play you. Oh, so that was the Drama Unleashed stream. She still has it up. I was looking over there. Yeah, if you folks want to go watch it, go watch it. Like, I don't have a problem promoting your channel, Drama Unleashed. I don't. I don't have a problem. You have the right to say what you want to say. So if you want to go, I think she's got like 600 views on that. Congratulations. That's awesome. Wonderful. Patty, listen. Drama Unleashed is listen, I know you're not going to like me saying this. I know her. Okay. She's very smart. Okay. She had a career in Hollywood for a while, and she learned the ropes. She knows how to play an audience. She knows how to script and skit things. She's phenomenal at it. My thing, I've always told her, is why use your talents in this drama way when you could create something incredible in a positive way and probably make more money and have a lot more respectful stuff come your way than people calling you out on fake instigated drama. Patty, listen, I'm not trying to discredit anything anyone's saying. I'm just saying that as it is. She's very talented. Even for her to be able to pull the things to help Jamie out and all that stuff, it takes talent to do that. Okay, whether we like it or not, it takes talent to do that. Well, Patty, I understand that, but here's the thing. The only person, be honest with me, Patty, the only person that can put Amber in a bad spot is Amber. If Amber wants to listen to what anyone is saying about her, that's on Amber. If Amber can't decipher what's good and not so good, what's fake and what's real, that's on Amber, right? All I'm trying to say is that we are all individually responsible for our actions. Now, I don't like what they're doing to her, but that's what they do. And if people don't want to participate, they can just say no, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Patty, I understand what you're saying. This is called fake instigated drama. I had to learn this myself. I had to figure this out myself. I get what you're saying, right? Of course, when you're trying to create conflict and controversy, you're going to intentionally make stuff up so that way people react and defend themselves, and it creates a back and forth. And she's good at that. So is Jamie. So are many other people in the Legion. But I'm coming out here saying, look, instead of us coming at Jamie, Drama Unleashed, and other people that are instigating this stuff, how about we tell the people that are being instigated to just ignore them? All these people have to do is ignore them, right? I mean, fair point, right? Fair point, right? I'm not saying anything is right that happens in the Legion. Well, okay. I mean, Patty, you're certainly entitled to your opinions, and I respect your opinions. I'm just saying, in general, Patty, in general, all people have to do is ignore. All they have to do is ignore. If everyone ignored all these things, then, we wouldn't have to deal with it, right? And sure, they might, find a new community. and continue going down that path. I honestly think that all of them are much better than the content they're creating. They're much more capable of creating real content, but they don't want to head that route. At least at this point, they don't want to head that route. They don't. It's all good. See, Patty, I'm the kind of person, I don't like to attack anyone. Even when I've talked about people like Real Talk Christina and Roy, I've never had the intentions to attack them. All I'm saying is that, hey, I'm stating my opinion and saying, look, this is what I feel they're going through based on what they've said, and I feel for them. I really wish that, they would own up to certain things within themselves and turn their lives around, right? Well, okay. I get it, Patty. And Patty, listen, I don't, honestly, respectfully speaking, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I've got some other things to talk about. And I get it. I get what you're saying. But again, Amber's a big girl, and it's going to be up to her if she wants to participate or not, right? It's up to her if she wants to participate or not, right? Yeah, I mean, we could keep on talking about this till we're black and blue. It's not going to change what they do. It's not going to change the situation. The only thing we can do is decide how we show up or not show up, right? It's fake instigated drama. That's what it is. And all Amber has to do is ignore it and say, look, these people are saying things about me. They're not true. I've got no issues with them. I know they're just, trying to have fun and create, content for their channels and donations. That's all she has to do. That's why I'm coming out here and defending myself and Don, because these people do the same thing to us, but we don't sit there. I'm not trying to get these people shut down or anything. I don't care. I've been tackling it head on. Like even Jamie told me, he's like, well, dude, if you're not going to file copyright or sue me, then shut the hell up. No, dude, I don't want to file copyright or sue you. I'm going to handle it YouTube style. I'm going to handle it, tackle it head on. I agree with that, says Patty. Okay. No, well, thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, ultimately, Amber's, all of us talking about this has basically inflated Amber's value, which honestly, here's the thing. I'll give drama. You're not going to like this, Patty. And let me tell you this. Okay. I'm not happy about certain things that side's done, but I'm going to give Drama Unleashed credit from a casting director standpoint. Regardless of how this pans out, this has inflated Amber's value on YouTube because now I'm talking about it. Everyone's talking about Amber. So if Amber was smart about this, she could say, look, everyone's talking about me. Let me take a deep breath and let me handle this maturely and make something out of it. Now, Amber, I don't think you should, feed into anything that they're telling you. But the fact that people behind the scenes have stirred it up has inflated Amber's value. In essence, if Amber plays her cards right, I mean, we've all helped her, including Drama Unleashed, myself, Jamie, you, everyone. Look what happened. Let me give you another example, Patty. My numbers have fluctuated over the years. Have you noticed, Patty, ever since I've tackled this head on over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I said, I'm not going to stop until they stop. I'm going to tackle it head on. I'll still create my real content other times and through my other channel, but I'm going to keep moving forward and call it out head on. Look at my numbers, Patty. I've been getting anywhere from 400 to 700 views per stream when I used to get 150 to 200. So look at what's happening here. If Amber plays her cards right and doesn't feed into it and handles it maturely, and if they keep coming at her, all she has to do is just call it out and move on, she will tremendously grow off of this. You blocked them. Okay. Well, Okay, yeah, that's your choice. Yeah, that's your choice. Yeah, I I don't blame you. I mean, look, I mean, for me, I block people that aren't gonna help me grow, right? I've blocked many people. I've got more blocked. I've got like 4,000 people blocked on both my channels. So I know a thing or two about blocking. And let me tell you something. I don't hate any of those people I've blocked. I don't hate any of them. I don't. I wish them all the best. Okay. I know for one reason or another, they're doing whatever they're doing because it's what's making them happy for the current time, right? Whether we like it or not, right? I don't wish harm upon them. I'll block them because I don't want the distraction. So I get it. You're right. All right. We're at 1 hour and 38 minutes. I'm going to take one more break. I'm on a lot longer than I thought I would be. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 a.m. Pacific Time. 59 in the box, 14 thumbs up. I'm going to take one more break, then I'm going to come back and talk about what's going to be coming up with Dawn. We're going to be doing a couple of streams, one public and one members only. I'm going to explain what's been going on, why we canceled the show, 2 days in a row. and then we're going to go off the air. So let me cue up some more royalty-free YouTube music. I do realize that, Anti-Like Legion, you do realize Amber lost her channel because of the millennial. She was in love with the guy. He treated her like dirt. Well, but let's see, Anti-Like Legion, I'm with you on that. I understand that. Like, honestly, I don't like the fact that Amber lost her channel because I saw that. She brought Jamie on her channel that was monetized too and was probably saying, you know what? I want half the super chats or whatever, right? Or 2/3 of the super chats because I'm going to bring you the audience. The way that he got her was saying, look, I've got the audience. I'm down. I've been removed. I don't have super chats anymore. So if you allow me to come here and have super chat, I'll bring my audience, but I'm going to take 2/3 or half of what you make, right? So let me ask you, Anti-Like Legion, whose fault do you think it was for Amber losing her channel? All of you want to blame Jamie, right? But no, it's Amber's fault for letting him do that to her. Okay? And the bottom line is, I like Amber. And I don't like what's happened to her, but she's in control. She's a grown-ass woman, and she's in control of the decisions she makes and the things she allows people to do to her or not, right? Anti-Legion, Tiff, and the Trusted Flagger took Jamie down, and he had his account tied to hers. I heard something about that, but I wasn't really paying that close attention to it back then. Yes, I know she was madly in love with Jamie because Jamie he's a world-class smooth talker, manipulator. He is. He's good. And maybe he did like her initially, at least somewhat, but I would never, like, if I was in that situation and let's say Don had a monetized channel and I lost mine, I would never put Don's channel at risk. I would never do that to my woman. That's me. That's the difference between Jamie and I. Yes, Patty, I am well aware of the circumstances. Yeah. So, yeah, listen, I get it. I was seeing that. I was even trying to tell Amber. I even went live back then. I was saying, Amber, why are you bringing this guy on your channel? You're going to lose your channel. I made postings. Everyone was telling Amber that she's going to lose her channel. And what happened a few weeks later? She lost her channel. So there's one aspect where Amber could learn. You would figure someone would learn their lesson. I'm not trying to be critical. I like you, Amber. You're a mod here. All these women are mods here. You're more than welcome here. What I'm saying is, what's it going to take for you to realize, Amber, that you're being used as a patsy? You're being used as a patsy. Auntie didn't know if Eli was aware of Tiff's involvement. I was. I heard about it. I heard that there was a trusted flagger that, she was able to get to push through. The bottom line is, trusted flagger or not, Jamie's been pushing the guidelines for years. He was eventually going to go down anyways. And again, I'm not trying to wish harm upon anyone. I don't care. People can do what they want. All I've ever said is, dude, like, how much longer you keep pushing the guidelines? How much longer you keep pushing the guidelines? And whether someone reports you or knows a trusted flagger or you go down, like, you violate the terms of service, eventually it's going to catch up to you. Eventually it will catch up to you. It will, and it did. $16 thumbs up, 56 in the box. So yeah, no, I totally get what you guys are saying. I get it. I mean, Amber is she's such a nice woman. Even Dawn is like, Amber seems like such a nice woman. She is, but she's been through a lot. I mean, she's in her mid-30s, but she's, maybe she's not as experienced, or maybe she's just too nice of a person. Amber, you're way too nice. You're way too nice. I used to be like that. When you're that nice, you are ripe for the picking, meaning that people are going to prey on your vulnerabilities of being so damn nice. Oh, and by the way, to Adventure AZ, Dana, you did a response video, and I heard most of it while I was driving around running errands earlier today. If she does hear this part, you're questioning my masculinity, or you're saying that I don't have thick skin. Come on, Dana. If I didn't have thick skin times 10, after everything I've been through, including your garbage you've thrown my way, the stuff that Jamie's done and other people have done, do you think I'd still be here? The stuff they did to my woman and still are doing to us? Come on, Dana. Jesus Christ. I don't have thick skin. GTFOH. God, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh, today is Greek Easter, by the way. It's Orthodox Easter, Sunday, May 5th. Yep. Today's going to be Easter. It is Easter. All right. Let me cue up some music, and then I'll come back to wrap up the show. Okay? Let me see here. All right. Oops. All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for a quick break. This will be a quick one, maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and talk about the upcoming streams with Dawn and why we had to cancel the last 2 days for the members only live. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We are back live, and we're just going to get right down to business. Oh, I forgot to scratch it. There we go. All right, welcome back to the third and final segment of Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. Let's get right back to it because I really want to wrap this up soon. We are at 1 hour and 52 minutes. I don't plan on being on for longer than 10 or 15 more minutes. I'm really tired, and this is exhausting, folks. I got to tell you, all of this endless, nonsensical, crazy, fake instigated drama, antagonistic tactics, poking and prodding people for reactions to make content off of, inciting donations. It's just like, oh my God, my head is spinning. It's like spinning, you spin me round, round, baby, round, round, like a record, round, 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 round. Remember that song, right? Wow. My head is spinning. I'm sure yours is too. And I'll tell you, the people that are good at making our heads spin are probably laughing their heads off. It is what it is. My thing is, like, what is the end result to all of this? I mean, how's this all going to play out in the end? Like, how much longer is this going to go on? Like, I just don't know. I don't know. There's so many better things we can all create. We're all way more talented than this, but man, we're all sucked in. We're sucked in, right? Now, I can come out and say, yeah, I'm sucked in because all of this chaos is like polluting the airwaves that I'm on. Okay? YouTube's a shared platform. So, when things are done that affect me as well, like, I really have no choice but to tackle it head on. But yeah, it's just it's surreal. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen something last so long after everything that has happened on that end, after everything that Jamie's been through. To still be standing, like, first of all, I got to say, okay, I'll give you props for that, man. You're still standing. Again, I don't agree with the content, but he's still going. He finds a way to keep going, and that's something that you have to commend, whether you like the guy or not. People have told me the same thing. We don't like Eli, and we think he should leave and stop giving advice to people on YouTube. He's a fake life coach, whatever. I've heard all that. But what I will say is that no matter what we say or do, he keeps going. Same thing with Jamie. I got to give that to him. Listen, love him, hate him, be indifferent. Like, for me, I don't hate the guy. I'm indifferent. I'm like, whatever, right? I don't hate anyone. I'm indifferent about a lot of people and a lot of things. But love him, hate him, or be indifferent about him, the truth of the matter is he's still going. I'm still going. So that makes me real curious about, how's this all going to pan out in the end? Where's this going to go? I wouldn't have some of these people in real life. I don't know why they'd be tolerated on YouTube. Well, I mean, YouTube's taking their stance. A lot of these people have been removed from the YouTube partner program. They've lost a lot of channels. They're coming back on other channels. Like they find ways to keep going. I mean, a lot of people on YouTube have done that. But yeah, I mean, I don't like this type of content. And yeah, I mean, I prefer to be around more positive, happy, uplifting people and people that are creating more positive, real content. I agree with you on that, Patty. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so Don and I, for the last couple of days, we canceled, we postponed the members only live streams. Here's the real reason why. Dawn has been seeing what's going on YouTube. I've shared it with her. I've been spending a lot of time on YouTube, and she's supporting me because she knows that we're really trying to get this business going. It's taken time away from our relationship. But she's been supportive because she knows that, we want to make this work, and, this is what we want to have as our future primary source of income. So I've been working hard, and she's understanding, and she's been helping me too. But the last 2 times, like probably about an hour or so before we were about to go live, or an hour and a half before we were about to go live, I shared some things with her, and it just made her very sick. She had panic attacks. I've had panic attacks out here before too over some things. Like, I've had panic attacks. And she said, look, babe, honestly, I love you, and I don't want to disappoint you, but I don't want to go on live, feeling the way I feel. I don't want to overreact. I don't want to say something I'm going to regret. Let's postpone the show and do it another time. And that happened the last 2 nights. So when I was saying she wasn't feeling well, she had some panic attacks, and, she just didn't want to go on the air not being at her best. I told her, baby, I love you. I respect the fact that, you are being honest, and instead of coming on and creating a shit show, which the haters would like, let's, take another day or 2 off and do our next members only live stream when, you and I are both in a more relaxed state. So there are no issues between Dawn and I. Okay. And Dawn is not sick or anything per se. When I said she wasn't feeling well, what I meant was she had some panic attacks, and it gave her anxiety. And this stuff gives me anxiety. I've learned to manage my anxiety very well, and I'm not clinically diagnosed with anxiety like Dawn is. So it's more serious for her. Like her having panic attacks and anxiety over anything is detrimental to her health. So she did the right thing. She communicated with me. That's what good partners do. We communicate. And that's exactly what happened. So with that being said, and to the people out there that want to spin this out of context, take it for whatever it's worth, okay? With that being said, we have rescheduled the members only live stream to happen this Tuesday at, let me double check the time I rescheduled it for. This Tuesday, May 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, this Tuesday, May 7th. We're going to do On the Couch with Don and Eli. And we're going to talk about what's most important to you, the consumer of content. This will not be a drama show. This will not be talking about Jamie or J.B. Gunner or Dennis Jerome Jr. or anyone else. Or Robert Reese. Robert Reese and J.B. Gunner did another show together yesterday. I tuned in for a few minutes on the replay, and I'm like, I'm now bored of this. Now they're trying to play off of, I'm an African-American creator, and I'm bringing on a Caucasian admitted racist, and I'm going to make content off of that. Robert, it's already been played out. You want to keep bringing on J.B. Gunner and go down this route, your views will eventually die out. I'm already seeing that. The second show didn't get nearly the traction the first show got, right? And they both haven't really gotten great traction. One, I think, has 700 views, and I think the show that Robert did yesterday with J.B. Gunner, let me see how many views he has on that, okay? $449 views. And Robert is clipping it out massively. He's trying to create little mini clips to try to give himself more exposure. Yeah, so you might get another 600-700 views, but you're probably hoping this would break through to the thousands, and it's not. It's going to keep dying down. So the J.B. Gunner, Robert Reese thing, to me, I've lost complete interest. I mean, I wasn't into it initially, But at first I was like, okay, let's see how this actually goes. And there are people that have responded and said, okay, it's a good show where an African-American man and a Caucasian man that's a known and admitted racist that's said nasty things about African-Americans. It's an interesting show, and they're communicating and they're sharing an actual issue. Well, yeah, racism and systemic racism, which has been talked about on YouTube, many times over the years, is a serious issue, right? But honestly, the majority of people, are not racist, and they're tired of this content. They're tired of this. The way that Robert and JB are doing this is more for fame and glory. And for Robert to allow JB Gunner to come on his channel to do this, and Robert is okay with it because he's trying to grow off of it. Robert, in my opinion, is selling out his own ethnicity. Like, Robert, honestly, man, honestly, I love everyone regardless of their race or whatever, right? I love everyone equally. I have no color lines, no discrimination at all. But if you're going to sell out your own race for clicks, Robert, that's pretty crappy. That's really, really crappy, man. Hocus Pocus says hello. Patty says hi, Hocus. I'll listen to the replay. Wonderful. Now, one more thing before we go. Get your final questions, comments, or concerns in the chat right now, because there is a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out. So get your final thoughts in. I'm going to share another stream that Don and I are going to be doing over the next few days before the next members only live stream. And it's going to be a publicly available stream with Don and I. We're going to do it from the couch. It'll be publicly available. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen on Monday. We're not going to schedule it. We're going to go live on the fly when we feel like it. So if you want to participate live, you're going to have to make sure you're subscribed here, and then you bang the bell. And then after you bang the bell, make sure you select all notifications. If you just bang the bell, it'll have customized notifications, which means occasional notifications. You won't get them all. If you want to make sure that you're on this live stream in the chat when it happens, you're going to have to subscribe, bang the bell, and then select all notifications. Select all at the top after you tap the bell after hitting subscribe, okay? And Dawn is going to share her thoughts about what people are saying about her. They're talking about, they're calling her an alcoholic. They're talking about her drinking. They're saying all of this crazy stuff, and she's had it. She wants to stand up for herself, and I want to give her the forum. Because here's the thing. The best way to shut people up is to just tackle it head on. That's what we're doing. That's what Dawn's going to do. So yes, Dawn she is livid. She is. But she's handling it maturely. And it did affect her initially, over the last few days, which is why we didn't do the members only live streams. We're going to do that one on Tuesday. So that is that. Again, it might happen tomorrow. It might happen on Monday. One of those 2 days it'll happen, and there's no scheduled time. We're just going to set up a stream and go live on the fly. It might be in the morning. It might be in the afternoon. It might be in the evening on either tomorrow or later today, actually, which is Sunday, or on Monday. And then Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, we're going to do the On the Couch with Don and Eli members only live chat, where we're going to be asking our members what's most important to you, the consumer of content. Okay. So that is that. We are at 2 hours and 6 minutes. I am tired. I've been talking a lot lately. I've been doing late night streams. I've been picking and choosing what's worthy of me to respond to. Like I've been saying, Don and I are laser focused on growing our channels and moving our business forward. And we're only going to be talking about things that we feel are worthy to our audience. and worthy to gaining a new audience. And we're only going to be collaborating and working with creators that have their own separate audience from this Jamie drama shitsphere group. Okay. And everyone that's been trying to work with me lately has stemmed from this drama group and has a similar audience. They might not have the exact audience, but they have a similar audience. And every one of these people has a massive amount of Coach Eli haters. Because that's how they set this up years ago between Jamie, JD Gunner, and the other creators. And everybody has haters. People have been calling me out saying, dude, how do you have so many haters? You have so many haters. Well, because I'm very opinionated. Half the people are going to hate me, half are going to love me. That's the way it goes. That's life, right? But we're not focused on the haters. We may call them out, but we're not going to sit there and go on panels with our haters or creators that bring our haters on there. We're not going to do that. We're going to work with professional, respectful people that will just ignore all this BS and create real content with us. Schwemmeriffy, I'm going to watch a bit of your members-only content until the next one. Looking forward to it. Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you. Yeah, the members, let me make you aware, Schwemmeriffy, and thank you so much for your donations over the past few days and becoming a channel member. We greatly appreciate it. Don and I both do. I made Don aware of you. A lot of that content is very interactive while we're live. So a lot of it, if you're watching on the replay, it might not be as exciting. It might be more boring, but check it out. It's totally up to you. We talk about a lot of things and we engage the audience. It's the members only live streams that you see on the replay there. They are more valuable if you're there live because we're engaging with the audience. I just want to be honest with you. So yes, we do get into some topics, and Don and I, we share our thoughts about topics we talk about, but a huge part of each one of those shows is engaging the audience, having a little fun, etc. So I just want to make you aware of that. But thank you again for becoming a $4.99 channel member, and thank you for your donations. Don and I love all of you. Listen, here's the thing. We don't have any issues or hate towards anyone, including the Legion people. We don't have any hate for you. And I know the Legion people know that. But what they do in order to keep their audience entertained and keep their business model sustainable, no matter how nice we are to them, they have to flip it and spin it in a negative way. Right? That's just how it goes. I've learned to handle that and deal with that. And I hope many of you that are still struggling to figure that out really figure that out, because once you do, you'll be able to sleep a lot more peacefully at night. Amber, if you want to reach out to me, Coach Eli at coach@eliasmelas.com. If you want to talk with Don and I behind the scenes, we're not going to record you. We're not going to blast you out there publicly. Don and I would be willing to talk with you and help you out for free. Do not listen to what anyone else says. We do care. We are good people. And we don't want to see you go through what Don went through over the last few years and what I've been through for the last 6 years. And it's heading down that path. I really hope, Amber, you make the right decision. I really, really hope that you hear this and whatever content you put out there is more so coming from you and not giving these other people what they want for content. With that being said, have a good one. All right, sounds good. See you, says Swemmeriffy. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.